Hello, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and beyond. So, today we're going to find out who gets the P.S. I Hate You book on the contingency that they review it on their channel by the end of March. So, let me take a minute, turn the camera around, see what's going on. So, here we go. I have all my comments that are on that video. And I had said that you needed to put the letters P.S. as in P.S. I love you, or P.S. I hate you is actually the name of the book. But anyway, let's see what we can filter out when we put in P.S. All right, well, it's as I suspected. There are actually only two, these same two people. It is Kelly from Kelly Loves Books and Movies, and Mimi from It's Mimi Duong are the only two who decided that they may want to review this book. So let's head over to the magic spinner of the great beyond. I've already put both their names on there. So basically it's a 50-50 chance. Let's spin and see what happens. Here we go. We got a good spin too. All right. It is Kelly at Kelly Loves Books and Movies. Oh, Kelly. So what I need you to do now, Kelly, is send me your address in an email. My email is beyond.books4242@gmail.com. And I will be able to send your book along for you. Hold on just a second here. Let me turn the camera around one more time. There we go. Okay, so Kelly, beyond.books4242@gmail.com. Need your address. I will send the book right on out to you. Congratulations. And we're all going to be anxious to see your review by the end of March. So it's be a good book for you to read for February since it's a romance. So thanks to both of you for being sports about this whole thing. And yeah, congratulations, Kelly. Now stay tuned. I'm going to do a tag. So now before I get into doing this new tag, I do want to say a big thank you to all who have done our Christmas music tag. That's an original tag from this year that me and Daniela at Uncommon Reader have created. And people have just been having a good time with it. And I really appreciate you all very much. I'll put links in my description to as many of your videos as I can find. But yeah, I don't know. I hope I've mentioned everyone who has done the tag, as we go. But I'm not sure when I go back and take a look back if I'll be able to get all of them. So if I happen to miss yours, please in the description, in the comments, let me know, and I will make sure I get that into the description, your link to your video. So yeah. Again, thank you. Let's see. So we are now on to yet another Christmas tag. And this one's a little bit different. It's called the Christmas Tree Minor Crisis book tag. So let's see what the minor crisis is with the Christmas tree. There's always a crisis with the Christmas tree, right? But usually it is minor. So this is an original tag that was created by Nigel at Reading Ideas, and I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat and Stuart at Stuart Griffin. So here are the prompts, and I've got a stack of books here. We're ready to go. We've even got the treats. Okay, so first is Pine Needles on the Floor, When Nature Strikes Back. Well, I've read many survival and adventure stories, multiple books by people who have hiked the Appalachian Trail, the Pacific Crest Trail. They've walked, they've cycled, they've ran across the U.S. I really love those types of stories that are challenges and adventures, take place outside. Can't beat them. So, of course, nature does play a very large role in those types of books. You've got all the planning, even, planning for extreme heat, planning for extreme cold. And then there's the storms and things that, you don't plan for and can't plan for. And you just have to, hope as you go and do the best you can. So, yeah, it's what makes those stories really interesting. Now, I have two books here about Alaska. They are both by the same author. They have absolutely beautiful nature covers. The author is Kim Haycox. Rhythm of the Wild is one, and this other one is called The Only Kayak, also by the same author. And like I say, they're both about Alaska. I am going to put these on my January TBR. I've had them for some time, and I really do want to read them. So, yeah, more about those soon. So, prompt number 2, shards of Christmas tree balls to pick up. Uh-oh. Shatters, falls apart, or gets stabbed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. Well, for that, I chose a thriller. Seems ready-made for a thriller, you have to say that. And I chose House of Glass. This is by Sarah Buchanan. It was the book of the month for July 2024. It's about a perfect family who live in a house where there's no glass. Everything that should be glass, such as drinking glasses and windows, are all made of plastic. They're unbreakable. They don't want anything to shatter and reveal the secrets behind the scenes, because this family has some secrets. So this was a good thriller. So prompt number 3, Ornament catches the eye when a minor character steals the show. Well, at least for this year, I wouldn't even consider another book for this prompt. It has to be Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt. Marcellus is not really a minor character, but being an octopus, his role in the human drama is pretty limited. But he listens, and he has insight into what's going on that in some cases the humans really don't. He just can't really communicate his thoughts or his feelings to the humans in the story. But as readers, we are privy to them in these really short chapters that, do reveal what he's thinking and what he's feeling. And you're getting to one of those chapters when you see the little tentacles up here in the book, which is kind of a neat little touch. Even when I saw the author talk about this book, she said that she was surprised about that. She didn't know that that was going to be in there, and she thought that, it was a great little addition. So, yeah, as readers, we're privy to those things. But in the same way that this is not a book about an octopus, and that's what the author said as well, Marcellus is a minor character, but definitely a showstopper. So, yeah. Whoops, sorry. That mustn't have sounded very good. I just hit the little microphone. I apologize for that. There we go. Okay, we're back. Let's see. Prompt number 4. Lights tangled and a couple out. A mystery, a tangled story with twists and turns. I have just the thing. Right now, I am reading Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. I got this as an advance reading copy. It I will finish it soon. It is an excellent thriller, and I'll do a full review of it on my channel. But for now, let's just say that it is about a young woman who goes on a retreat with her fiance's family. There are lots of secrets in this family, but really one big one, which is slowly being revealed to the reader, both in flashbacks and bits of the main character's memory, which is being triggered by actually this family. So it's interesting. It's really good. So more to come soon about this one. Raina, come on, hop up. Good girl. Sit, sit. All right, so number 5, candle catches the tree on fire. Well, now that is not maybe a minor crisis, could be major crisis. But anyway, fire burns the place down or is important to the story. Well, I can't think of a more appropriate story for this prompt than this one here. Young man, Brent Underwood, travels from Florida to California to work in an abandoned ghost town. The goal is to get the town somewhat functional again. One of the biggest draws for the potential tourists that are going to come in is the American Hotel, which is the largest building on the property. The American Hotel had some notoriety on its own. It was featured in documentaries and reality TV shows such as Ghost Adventures throughout the years. And within just a couple of months of Brent arriving in the town, the American Hotel burns to the ground. It's a spontaneous fire started by the old electrical system that was in the building. So Brent and his fellow investors are very lucky that the whole town didn't burn, all the structures that are in it. It's very dry there. There is no water, no running water in the town. And there's a nearly impassable road going up to the town, mountain road. It's a little more than a wash, basically. It was really never built for the kinds of travel that we might have today and the kinds of equipment that we might want to bring up there today in the case of emergencies or in the case of even just having to bring up all of the building materials that he needs to use. So what is he going to do? Well, they decided that they are going to rebuild the hotel, despite, again, some of the hardships that I just mentioned. This book tells the story, but also Brent has a wonderful YouTube channel. It's called Ghost Town Living, where he has documented all of these things and more for the past, now I believe it's going to be 5 years. It's very interesting, and I will put a link to his channel below. Next is Sweets and Chocolate, a sickly sweet story that you can't resist or that you dislike, or a story with sweets and chocolate in it. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what we chose. Well, let me tell you. This, my friends, is a romance. And if you haven't seen the movie, go now to Prime and make yourself a cup of nice rich cocoa and watch it. I highly recommend it. It's a wonderful story. It takes place in a French town, so it's actually called Chocolat. The author is Joanne Harris. And I'm just going to read you from the back of the book, the little endorsement that was in looks like the Philadelphia Inquirer. So it says, part fairy tale, laden with high farce and tongue-in-cheek humor, drenched with savage wit and bursts of wisdom, suffused with lush detail and finely drawn, interesting characters. Now, is that up my alley or what? And it has Johnny Depp, of whom I am a huge fan. And it also has Juliette Binoche, who is just a stunning woman. She does a wonderful job in this movie. So this has it all. It even has a sequel. This is the sequel to it. More about the little town. It's called The Girl with No Shadow. And it says here that it is the best-selling sequel to Chocolat. And you can't say chocolat. It's chocolat. So I'm going to put those on my TBR for February because those are romance books. And that will be the perfect month for reading that type of thing. So there you go. Number 7 is Fallen Angel, a fallen or flawed hero. Now, for that, I chose this book, Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. S.A. Cosby is another of our fantastic Virginia authors. I don't know. I think maybe it's in the water here or something. I should probably drink more water. Maybe I'll become famous one day. But in this book, he creates actually 2 heroes. They are the 2 dads of a murdered gay couple. Neither of them has ever cared for the idea of their sons being gay, never really accepted it. And they are both kind of like these tough guy types, you know. And even though they're now getting older, both have done time in prison and both are out to avenge their sons' deaths, and they're serious about it. So they team up and they begin their own investigation, which, needless to say, doesn't really follow the letter of the law, if you know what I mean. So this is just another book that I highly recommend. I think it's a great book. I really enjoyed it. So next is number 8, The Perfect Christmas Book, Nostalgia, a Connection with Past and Present. So for that, I would say The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Moore. We always had a copy of this, you know, around somewhere during the Christmas season when I was growing up, either at school or at home. I always loved the cadence of the words, the rhyming. I mean, that always fascinated me as a child. I read this copy on my channel last year. I'm going to do it again this year, but also as I was looking around for the book, I also came across this book, Robert Frost, and it is Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. It's got beautiful illustrations, and so I'm thinking that I might read this on my channel as well. So I have a lot of videos to do. I also have to show you another copy of The Night Before Christmas. Also at one of my local libraries, the one in Williamsburg, right across the street, they have an area where they have different art exhibits. And this month they have photos from different books throughout the years of this book, different editions of this book. So yeah, they have the plates really, really huge, you know, framed up on the wall. They're very impressive to see. I saw them last year. So I got to get myself over there and take a look at that real soon. So what is next? Well, all that's left now is to tag some others. So I'd like to tag just anyone watching this. And, you know, listen, I hear you. This time of year is not always wonderful or fantastic or cheerful or joyful for everyone. And I know that. And if that's the case for you, I mean, I feel for you because that can't be easy at all. But I think maybe that just doing a tag, you know, could help cheer you up a little bit. You may be surprised, puts a smile on your face. It's not a big thing, but sometimes a lot of little things do add up to a big thing. So if you don't have a channel, you can just try answering one of the prompts in the comments below. I'd be happy to hear from you. It's easy to think of maybe a Christmas book, or a book where nature plays a role, or a book that's sweet, features chocolate, or something like that. Anyway, I hope you'll all find some joy in the season, because it's only going to come around again next year. I hate to tell you, Christmas isn't going to go away. So, you might as well find something joyful and fun in the season. So let's hope that you do. Anyway, if you like my content, please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. I love my viewers' comments, and I do try to respond to them as much as possible. So take care, and thank you very much for watching.